Hello guys, dear viewers and subscribers. I'm in Tallinn again. Some of you may ask me, what are you doing there? Why do you so often travel to Tallinn? The answer is very simple. I just like it. Tallinn is beautiful. Today, my goal is not the very center of Tallinn, not the town hall square, but maybe I'll show you the town hall square again. Maybe not, but I'm gonna go around the old town, just circle around the old town and show you some old streets of Tallinn that I have not shown to you yet. So let's get started. When I say I'm going to walk around the old town, I mean I'm going to walk around the outer edge of the old town. We're starting off the northwest side of the old town. You can see any fortifications right here. Some sections were lost over the centuries. So we're going to trace the outer perimeter first before we finally head inside. You really get lost in the spirit of the past here. 2 or 3 centuries ago, people were walking the same streets, looking up at the same towers, churches, and houses. We're gonna dive into the old town soon. We're gonna go through the gates at Fat Margaret. The Fat Margaret is the thickest tower in Tallinn. It was built between 1511 and 1530. Tallinn was founded in 1219 when Danish crusaders under King Valdemar II captured a local Estonian stronghold. After the Danes built the fortress, German merchants and craftsmen moved in and built a lower town at the foot of the hill. This is yet another entrance to the old town of Tallinn. And here it is, the Fat Margaret. Later in the video, you're going to see a few churches in Tallinn. One of them is very special. It is the St. Olaf's Church, the tallest church in Tallinn. There's a legend related to its construction. According to the legend, the townspeople of Tallinn wanted to build the tallest church in the world, to act as a beacon for merchant ships. However, the project was so dangerous and expensive that no one would take it on. Finally, a mysterious stranger who was unusually tall and strong appeared and offered to build it. He made one odd deal. He would do the work for free, but only if the townspeople could guess his name by the time the church was finished. If they failed, they would have to pay him 10 barrels of gold, which the city didn't have. As the church reached toward the clouds, the townspeople grew desperate. They sent a spy to follow the stranger to his home. The spy stood outside the window and heard the woman singing a lullaby to her child. "Sleep, my baby, sleep. Tomorrow Olaf will come home with 10 barrels of gold." The spy rushed back to the city with the name. On the day the church was finished, the stranger was high up on the spire, attaching the final golden cross. A citizen shouted from the ground, "Hey Olaf, the cross is crooked." Hearing his secret name, the builder lost his balance and plummeted hundreds of feet to the ground. And here it is, the Saint Olaf. The ending is the creepiest part. The legend says as soon as Olaf's body hit the ground, a snake and a toad crawled out of his mouth. This was seen as a proof that he had used dark magic or a pact with the devil to build the spire so high. The construction of St. Olaf's was completed around the year 1500. A Jugendstil or Art Nouveau building. Unlike Riga, Tallinn doesn't have a lot of them. The old on the left and the new on the right. Beautiful. See this balcony. You know, I just imagine a family sitting and having breakfast, drinking coffee. Father and mother, and probably 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. I couldn't just miss this beautiful shop window. Well, I was walking through and around the old town of Tallinn, but I couldn't miss this place for the world. Here we are in the town hall square of Tallinn. And you know, when I'm here, every time I'm here, I have a strange feeling. I look at the old town hall, at the town hall square, and think that about 700 years ago, a man or a woman stood in the same place and they were watching and seeing the same things. It's all Tallinn. And thank you for that, Tallinn. I love you, Tallinn. the town hall square and the town hall. Niguliste, or St. Nicolas Church, has some of the most fascinating and slightly macabre legends in Tallinn. In the 1900s, a nobleman named Duke Charles Eugene de Croix died in Tallinn. He had massive gambling debts, and according to the laws of the time, his creditors refused to let him be buried until the debts were paid. His body was placed in a side chapel in the Niguliste Church. Because of the unique air conditions in the chapel, his body didn't decay, it mummified naturally. He became a bizarre tourist attraction. For nearly 200 years, he sat in a glass-topped coffin, dressed in his velvet robes and wig for visitors to see. He was finally buried in 1897, but people still say his spirit lingers near the chapel where he sat for so long. Inside the church is one of the world's most famous medieval paintings, Bernd Notke's Dance Macabre. It's not a story about a ghost, but a visual legend. It shows death as a skeleton dancing with everyone from the Pope to the Emperor to a tiny infant. The legend of the painting is its warning that no matter how much gold or power you have, death treats everyone as an equal. A skating rink just behind the Niguliste Church. This is Old Thomas on the spire of the town hall, one of the hallmarks of Old Tallinn. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching.